This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. Yeah, a little windy today. 4:43 p.m. Yeah, we're riding into the sun here. Let's turn here. What am I on? This is the Velotric Summit 2. Yeah, wasn't this available for sale? Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore. You wait, you miss out. I'm gonna hang on to this for a while. It may be available down the road, but I'm gonna hang on to it for a while. Okay, they're letting me go, so I will go. They let you go, you gotta go. Summit 2, 750 watt motor. Class 2, Class 3. Yep. So I have mine unlocked to Class 3, as you know. Let's put this all the way up here. Does this throttle past? Yep. This one will throttle to 28 as well. So you will be able to pedal to 28 and throttle to 28. 9 speeds on this thing. Yeah, we haven't taken the Summit 2 out that often. I said, you know, why am I put this available for sale? I should be riding this thing more. So I decided to hang on to it. Snooze, you lose. Yep, I'm hanging on to it. Now let's slow down this thing. I'm going a little too fast here. This thing takes off sometimes if you're not careful. You start pedaling and you're on a high pedal assist, it'll just get moving on you. Alright, I have a feeling this thing's set up on Cadence sensor right now. That's probably why it's doing what it's doing. I should switch it over. Let me find a spot I can pull over to. Let's go this way. Pull over to the side here and then switch myself back to torque sensor. Let's stop here in the shade here. Let's do that. Sensor swap, is that what we need? Cadence, yep, it was on Cadence. Oh, let me show you guys. See, it's on Cadence here. So I'm going to shift it to torque and accept it. It says success. And then to go back, you need to push the power button. Is it a power button? No, this button. Torque. Back. Oh, button on the bottom. There's so many buttons on these things sometimes, you just don't remember which buttons are which. It's all these different bikes. I'm gonna let all these cars go. There's too many cars coming through here. All right, let's get going here. I was wondering why it's taking off on me. I'm barely pedaling, and the thing is just like zoom. Yep. You put it on torque sensor, you don't really notice that as much. That's not gonna happen on you. So I'm on trail mode right now. I angled the camera down a little bit so you can see the bike a little bit. I mean, we're going up a hill here. Let's give it a little bit more pedal assist. Yeah, I think the last time I took the bike out, I moved the Cadence sensor, forgot to put it back. So there you go. Explains a lot. There's so many cars. What's the deal with all these cars here? All right, let's go right. I was gonna go left, but I think they had all the cars trying to decide what he's gonna do with me hanging around. So I got out of the way for him. All right, let's keep going this way. What's up with all the cars? I mean, what time is this thing? 4:47 on a Sunday? Well, I guess people are out and about. So yeah, I'm gonna hang on to this for a while. I decided, well, why not? I made it available. Nobody looked at it. Several people said they were interested, but they don't live in the area. So it's very hard for them to come get it. Otherwise, they would have taken it. But local people didn't take it, so I'm taking it. I am taking it. Let's go back this way. So we're zooming around the general area again. The thing is, because our area is still kind of locked down, per se, where we can't go on certain bike paths and the like, I'm relegated to the streets only. So we're riding the streets. Riding the streets. You guys should ride the streets too. If you have streets like this, where it is mostly residential area, you'll have less cars in general, unless you're on a major cross street. Like up ahead, we're going to come up to a street that's more traveled by cars. Then, of course, you can expect that it will be there. Others won't even get on the street. I've been on the street a lot. I think it all started when somebody says, "You're afraid to go on the street. Why aren't you on the street?" Next thing you know, I was on the street and never went back. It's almost like Marty McFly. What are you, chicken? We're not chicken. I just hadn't gotten on the street yet. That's when I first bought the e-bike. Way back when, over 5 years ago, right? I was still hanging around bike trails and things like that. And I think she commented, "Why aren't you going on the street? You should be on the street. Don't be afraid to be on the street." So there I am. I'm on the street. Haven't gone back since. No, the street's okay. As long as you're not doing like 45-mile-an-hour streets, then you got an issue. Well, even 30-mile-an-hour streets could be an issue for you. You know, side streets like this, what I call side streets, are usually about 25-mile-an-hour limits. But you know nobody does 25. These guys are doing 30, 35 all the time coming down here. So if you're on a 35-mile-an-hour street, they might be doing 40, 45. So you just have to be aware that sometimes it's faster than you think. Hey, we'll go further up. Let's go past this area. We'll go further up, and then we'll be in some other areas on the street. So I mentioned once before that somebody mentioned to me that the way he gets more battery life, or range I should say, is he'll pedal and then he'll coast. Pedal and coast. Yes, don't hit the throttle, pedal and coast. Yeah, if you're going down the hill, why can't you coast? Yeah, it saves a lot of battery that way. So you can go further. Everyone always asks, what's the range on that thing? I don't know. How do you ride? How heavy are you? What's your hills like? What's your travel type? Are you on gravel? Are you on pavement? Are you on grass? What are you doing? You know, it's so varied now. And I came to realize that no matter what I tell you, you might not get that. Yeah, you might not. But somebody did mention once before, says, well, it's all relative. Like if you say one bike, say, does 20 and another bike does 25, we can kind of figure out that that bike it has more range. Yeah, that's true, because it's the same guy and he's probably riding the same area, right? That's true. But can you get it? No, I don't think so. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Yeah, there's their marijuana smell again. Somebody in this neighborhood likes to smoke up. Somebody in this neighborhood likes to smoke up. I smelled that last week. Not good. Not good. Well, people can do what they want to do now, but you can't do it everywhere, as I'm saying. You know, it's in the comfort of your own home that you are allowed to do it. If you're like in a park, you are not allowed to do it. These guys are probably in their homes. They were in the residential area, so I guess they have the legal right to do it here in Illinois now. Yeah, I'm not a fan, believe me. Not a fan that they passed that. Like I said, I put people behind bars for having illegal drugs, but they're not illegal now. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. So yeah, the Summit 2. How's the Summit 2? Yeah, Summit 2 feels good. Yeah, how's my bounce? Let me see here. Let me bounce up and down a little bit here. Yeah, good bounce. Good bounce. I wanted to check out to see if my front suspension was doing okay. It's doing okay. 22 it says. I'm at 23, 22, 20, 21. Yeah, it sounds like the Velotric is probably about 1 mile an hour higher than that radar detector was. And I find that is very common on the bikes. They're not exactly perfect, right? So either those things are miscalibrated or this thing is, one of the two. I would guess a radar detector is more accurate. So yeah, I'm never really surprised when the bikes are 1, maybe even 2 miles an hour higher than the radar detector, because it makes it look like the bike is doing really good then, right? You know, if you say I'm doing 28 and you may actually be doing 26, you never know. You never can tell. Now, going past here, we start going into a different speed area. So obviously you can tell this is a more major street that we're crossing. This is Northwest Highway. So I wouldn't take that street. Go across it, I would do that. And I'll probably come back again. Now, in the past, I would go around and go on another street, but that street is now 40 miles an hour. And technically, they don't want us on streets that are 40 miles an hour. They want to keep us in streets that are 35 miles an hour or less. In our area, doesn't mean in your area, but in our area, that's what they want. Long light. Well, they're a major street. Now the bike across, you see him, he's crossing the red light. I don't do that. Now technically, if he's been there for 2 minutes or longer, he can technically do it, but I don't think so. I think he was there just a little bit before I got there. So was that legal? Probably not. But who's going to stop him? And that's the thing. And they know that, so they go. So when people say, Russ, you don't stop at stop signs. Yeah, what about these guys that don't stay at the red lights? There's always something. There's always something. All right, let's get past this thing here. Kind of bumpy over the railroad tracks. So I've come down here before. This is a church to the left, Harvest Bible Chapel. It's actually a big church. And the rest of it's industrial down here. The rest of it's industrial. Well, let's just keep going. Kind of give you an idea of what things look like down here. It's been a while since we've come down here. I've done it before. It's not like we've never done it before. So off to the left, of course, is the highway. Well, we don't get on that. I've always wondered, for people who go cross country, right? They take their bike from one state all the way across. How do they get across? Are they going on highways? Are there side streets all the way across the country? How do you do that? Not that I would do it, but how do you do that? I've always wondered. I remember seeing an episode of Kara and Nate. If you've never seen them, watch them one of these days, Kara and Nate. I think Kara spells her name with a K, K-A-R-A, Kara and Nate. Yeah, they have some pretty interesting adventures. They started out originally just after they got married, I guess. They started out just say, let's travel a little bit, see how far we can go. You know, they didn't have any clue. They've traveled the world in the years that they've been on YouTube. But I remember that they did a cross-country type of thing with some friends of theirs. They did tandem bikes. And I think it was it just the guys? I think the guys were on the bikes, and then the ladies were their support team inside their van. So they would meet up at certain areas, and the guys would pedal. So how are these guys doing it? Are they going on I think they were going on highways. I know that you're not allowed to be on highways on the bikes in our area. How do they cross? That's what I want to know. All right, now over here, I have taken this before on this road. This is where it's 40 miles an hour. I think we're gonna do it. Yeah, hopefully we don't get stopped. Let's just do it. I haven't done it in a while. So I'm just gonna take it. Say, yeah, this is technically 40 miles an hour. Technically, you're not supposed to be on here, but I've been on here before. So I'm just gonna throttle it, just to keep myself going here. We got a headwind hitting us, so we can't go too fast. We're only doing about 23 right now. There's not a lot of cars on here right now, so it's not so bad. That's why I decided I was gonna do it. Well, with the wind blowing up against me, I can't even hear a single word I'm saying, but I know that you guys can on the microphone. It's how you angle your head and whether the wind blows up against you or not. So obviously with the throttle fully running on here, we are going as fast as we can. We're eating up battery too while we're doing this. But you know, sometimes you just gotta do it. Sometimes you just gotta get on the road. I mean, it's not foreign to me. I've done this before. I just stopped doing it when they told us we can't do it. Whatever. Whatever. Sometimes you just have to do it. Now I'm gonna stay here on the right-hand side, but we're gonna take a left turn eventually. Because there's a left turn on the right side as well. Because I want to stay on the right side of the lane after we turn. So on the right lane, you make a decision: do you go left or you go right? So I'm going to use my turn signal. I'm going to turn the left turn signal on, so anybody who's behind me will know that I'm planning to do the left-hand turn. And of course, there's cars in front of me. They're doing the left-hand turn too from the right side, as you can see. I'm going to take the center of the lane here. I'm not going to go to the side because they can't move that fast. Ooh, we got a cop car in front of us. Let's see if he stops me. He may stop. He could technically stop me, say you can't be on that road, right? If he sees me. He probably can see me. But we'll see. We just won't do anything weird. But he's 1, 2, 3 cars ahead of us on the left lane right now. Will they stop you? Will they not? He's got other things to do. He doesn't want to stop me. All right, let's go. We gotta go over this. We gotta take our left turn. Turn off the turn signal. Keep going down this road. This is Northwest Highway that we're on. We're doing about 26 miles an hour. Technically, you should only be doing 20. This is 30 miles an hour, sorry. 30 miles an hour road, I'm doing 27 right now. But this is why I say sometimes you need a little bit of speed to compete. All right, if you don't have the speed, then you're a hindrance to everybody else. And yet, all the cars still pass me anyway, right? All right, we're gonna stay over here. We're gonna keep going forward. Gotta hop off. sometimes you got no choice, you got to hop off the bike. Yep. You know, actually, so that motorcycle that went past us, when you pull up next to a motorcycle, we are so much taller than they are. They are so far down on the ground. We are way up high. Way up high. 20, what is this? This is a 27-inch wheel, I believe. Something like that. 27 and a half? What is it? I don't know. Look it up in the specs. Yeah, I forget sometimes, you know. There's too many variances. I can't remember every bike's specifications. All I know is we got 750 watts on here. It peaks higher than that. It'll do class 2, class 3. I'm on class 3. It'll pedal and throttle to 28. So sometimes if I make decisions of, you know, where I'm gonna go, I'll take a specific bike just so I can keep myself safer. I mean, if I take a bike that can't do 28 miles an hour and I'm gonna go on a road like this, it's gonna be a problem, right? So the car behind me is probably going, oh man, this guy's slowing me down, but I'm doing 20 miles an hour. 21, 22. I mean, I can't speed up as fast as a car can speed up, obviously. Now we're going down a hill, so we're gonna go faster. We're doing 28.5. Yeah, 28.5. Hit a manhole cover, pop you down there. This is why you have to be careful. You never know what the road is going to give you. So I think sometimes these guys that are on scooters, those wheels are so small, you hit a pothole, man, that's a little dangerous. Those things go faster than ours. I had a scooter that did 40 miles an hour. I never did it that fast because that's a little too much. But it could do it. That was the Varla scooter that I had. I had 2 Varla scooters. All right, let's take a right over here. I did slow down. For those that say, hey, you didn't stop at all. No, I did slow down, but did I actually stop? No. Got to take advantage of when I can. Now this road too is another road. You know, they probably prefer us not to be here. Police station is over on the right-hand side. This is basically where I meet people to do bike exchanges when people buy one of my bikes. It's over on the left. That's the police department. Let's pull over here. I'll get off of this road eventually. I just want to move forward a little bit. Now up ahead, I can see there's a branch that's downed. So if I try to go ahead, there's a car next to me. I'm gonna let him go first because if he goes next to me, he's gonna push me into the downed tree branch. So we're not gonna do that. Hopefully no other cars get behind him because then otherwise they will push me to the area. So. Yeah, there's a community service officer there. Well, I have no option. The guy's not moving. So there's the branch. So we got to move. Yeah, we'll pedal a little bit. Throttle and pedal at the same time. I've got to go down here for a certain distance. There's no side street to take until a little bit further up. So let's go ahead and take that turn. Put my hand out as well. Sometimes putting your hand out just makes it dangerous. You're going that fast, I don't want to let my hand off of the bars. So having the turn signal helps. The question is do they actually see the turn signal? With bright sunlight, do they actually see it? And are they looking for it? I don't know. That's a good question. Put a comment. Do you think they actually see it? You do have to stick your arm out. Yeah. Not all of these turn signals are very bright. I don't know if this is bright enough. I don't know what cars see. I don't see. I mean, if you're in a shaded area, then yeah, sure, okay. But if you're not in a shaded area, you're competing with the sunlight. Can they see it? I don't know. I don't think they can. They're not looking for it. Stop sign there, but we'll slow down. I don't think they're looking for it. Yeah, this road takes me out. Yeah, you don't want to turn down this road. But I wanted to get off of the main street. This is going to push me back over here. That's okay. That's okay. We do what we can do, right? All right, let's take a left over here. Now the Amazon guy can't see my turn signal because we don't have turn signals in the front of the bike. But I didn't want to put my hand out because I needed it to hit brakes and everything. See, this is the problem. This is why I feel more bikes need front and rear brake lights, if you're going to use brake lights at all. Yeah, well, you know, what are we going to do? Eventually, that'll happen. Certain bikes have it, like the Segway Mayan that I have. There's a brake light in the front and back, but it's on the edge of the handlebar. So if you're looking at the edges of the guy's handlebar, you can see it. If you're not looking at the edge of the handlebar, you don't have a clue what's going on. So, yeah, nothing's perfect at this point. Alrighty, that's about all I wanted to do. I just wanted to take the bike out, take you back into areas that we haven't been in a while, and going on streets that we're not allowed to be on. Yep. Passing police officers and everything. People have asked me before, since a lot of the cops seem to know who you are in the area, would they ticket you? Well, I've had some that told me they would not do it if they saw me. But like I said, and like they said, they can't guarantee what every officer is going to do. So I haven't met everybody, you know. I've only met certain police officers. But in general, from what I can tell, from what they have told me, they're not that interested in ticketing everybody. It says they're just wanting to make sure everyone's safe. They may give you a stern warning, but they're not going to hassle with the ticketing a lot. The thing is they ticket you, they got to show up too, and they don't want to do it. Maybe in time when it becomes more issues that come up, then they may start doing it. But right now they're more in the interest of trying to keep people safe. That's all they're really trying to do. So, but I can't say what your own police department's going to do. So check your own area. All right, that's all I got for you guys for today. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Talk to you guys next time.